guinea pig! Dog home?
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today, y'all, I'm making, hopefully, a dessert treat for Piggy. Piggy loves brownies. Well, I should say Piggy loved brownies. And it's a case of, we know he can't have them anymore. All right, Piggy. But I found this recipe. It's called strawberry brownies. Y'all, brownies have cocoa. These do not have cocoa. So they're not brownies, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Brownies have cocoa.
Cocoa means a dead piggy.
And therefore, it has cocoa. It makes it brown, as in brownies, okay? So these are not brownies because they have no cocoa. Blondies, on the other hand, have brown sugar. But these are not blondies because they don't have brown sugar. These are, even though they're called strawberry brownies, they are actually strawberry bars. And that was my oven going off, and it is preheated at 350 degrees. So what you need to make these strawberry brownie bars is 1 pack of any type of strawberry cake mix. I just haven't got Pillsbury because that's what they had. Now, I found this recipe. I happened to see it somewhere. Now, well, that sounds interesting. Well, let's try this. Because we know we like desserts around here.
Dog.
Okay, so I will put that in that box.
That way it does, way it does. Bow, bow.
Oh man, that smells good, I can tell you that. Now this is a moist supreme strawberry cake mix. Like I said, whatever strawberry cake mix you can find, go for it. There you go, Piggy.
All right.
Now what it says to do, you do not follow the package instructions. First of all, you do not follow those instructions. This is going to be a thick mix, a thick batter. You add 2 eggs.
Now, fellas, just because these ladies don't follow the instructions on a package when they're cooking doesn't mean that we can get away with not following the instructions on putting something together. We'll get messed up every time.
All right.
At least I do. I know that.
There you go, Piggy.
Well, thank you. That's what I always want.
Okay, so I didn't give the ingredients. It was 1 pack or 1 box of strawberry cake mix, 2 eggs, large eggs, by the way, and a 1/2 cup of oil. Okay. Now, normally when I'm baking, I substitute applesauce for oil, but because this is the only liquids in this, I'm doing it by what they, meaning the people who came up with this recipe, said to use. Okay. And as you see, this is what I'm coming up with. I've got the strawberry mix, 1/2 cup of oil, and the 2 eggs. Okay. And go ahead and tell you, I also have the ingredients there for the glaze that goes on top of this when it comes out of the oven. And that is, it calls for 1 to 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, which I have here in my bag, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk, which I have there in my 1/2 gallon container. Now, I want to make sure I've got all this dry stuff here incorporated. And that's what it looks like. It's going to be a thick batter.
Looks pink.
Now I have an 8x8 baking baking pan. It is a cake pan, and I have sprayed it with baking spray. You can use Baker's Joy, whatever. I've got the Carlini brand from Aldi baking spray. Okay. And hopefully this will be a very simple dish. But like I said, you know, I have this OCD thing about people calling things what they aren't. Sometimes I do. I mean, it's because that's what they're called. But for me, I don't care. Brownies have cocoa. Blondies have brown sugar. And that makes anything else, if it doesn't have the brown sugar in it, to call it a blondie, or the cocoa in it, to call it a brownie, it makes it a bar.
Now, you remember what you just said when it comes to you telling me, oh, get me that little doobie flicky. Boy, I gotta look.
That's okay, Piggy. If I can't remember the name of it, then that means that when you can't remember the name of something, then you don't get it neither.
Well, why do you think I go ahead and figure it out anyhow? I'm just saying, you just remember that next time you do that.
I'm talking about cooking when you're talking about using ingredients of some sort or another.
Well, when you need tools and utensils to do that cooking, it's kind of important to know the names of the things you need, ain't it?
Yeah, if you can remember them.
Well, all right then. Maybe these folks can't remember what they're called.
Alright, so I put this in here and I patted it out. And it looks like it's maybe a fourth of the way full. Okay. And what it says to do is to bake this for 18 to 20 minutes on 350 degrees. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop it in the oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. Mine is showing 19 minutes, so that'll work, right?
I guess.
We're going to go ahead and mix this up because we're going to put the glaze on the strawberry bars when they come out of the oven. Now I know I have about a cup and a half in here. It's somewhere in between a cup and a cup and a half, so I'm going to go ahead and use them all. And that's not all of the powdered sugar I have, y'all. I have more. I just don't need to get it out right now. Okay. Gotta open my milk. I'll put that in there and let Piggy throw that away.
Well, I'm sure glad she's doing this for a video, because after that little exchange, if we weren't doing a video, she might have said, I'm just ain't gonna make them now.
It's too late, they ain't got them started. Just okay, so I'm gonna mix this up. I might have to put just a titch more milk in this. I don't know, because it's not as liquefied as I want it. It says 1 to 2 tablespoons. Sometimes I think you might need to use 3 or 4, just depending. Yeah, just a titch more of that in there. Here we go. I like my glaze to be glazed, as in liquidy glazed. Oh, and speaking of glaze, yeah, I found out. I've been talking about we need this Krispy Kreme somewhere closer to us in Chattanooga. I found a Krispy Kreme in Dalton.
The funny thing is, we didn't know it.
Yeah.
But it's been there for 8 years.
Been there for 8 years, and we've been by there. Just not that particular side of the road. We've been on the other side of the road, and we never go over. And I just never looked over there. But,
our attention was not on that side of the road.
Right. We were always focused on the other side of the road, on what we were doing. So Piggy and I are going to have to go
Check it out.
Check it out and see what they got.
That thing is, we're probably going to have to get just one glazed donut and share it.
Yeah, that or get some kind of Danish or something, because the donuts themselves are, oh man, I can't handle the donuts anymore. I love them, but I can't eat them. Now I can do a glazed donut every now and then because they're not as sweet, but yeah, I'm just saying, because I was talking about glaze, that made me think of Krispy Kreme and donuts, and I just can't believe there's been a Dunkin' Donuts in Dalton for 8 years. I'm not Dunkin', but Krispy Kreme donuts in Dalton for 8 years. Now I know there's a Dunkin' Donuts because I go by there all the time. I just never stop. But just never knew there was a Krispy Kreme in Dalton.
Well, we usually like something a little more of substance for breakfast.
Yeah, and for anybody that is in the Dalton area and you don't know where the Krispy Kreme is, it is on West Walnut Avenue near I-75.
Yeah, like you're going towards I-75, it's on the right where the old Wendy's used to be.
Yeah. Just right up the road on the right past where Steak and Shake is, or was, or whatever.
See, in addition to that, we don't get out much. Can't afford to get out much.
Rarely ever go to
So
that
we
side.
don't know about much.
Yeah, we rarely go to that side of town. I mean, when I do, I go up that way to get my hair cut, but it's...
we don't go that far down.
I don't go that far down. And the last time we went that far down was when we went to get our glasses, and that's been a couple of years.
Yeah, where you get your hair cut is in front of the Walmart.
Yeah, we go to Shugart Road there. And Shugart turns into Tibbs Road, which leads out to West Walnut. That's good. Okay. Piggy, you can put my milk up for me if you don't mind.
I will give you a minute.
Okay. And I'm going to put something over this and let it sit for about the next 14 minutes or so until that comes out of the oven. And we will be back when it comes out of the oven.
Folks, let me tell you, that's going to be decadently rich.
Okay.
Here we go.
And this is what it looks like coming out of the oven. It looks good. It smells really good. But, y'all, my favorite type of cake is strawberry cake anyway.
It smells knock your socks off.
I'm saying.
Good.
So take the plastic wrap off of the glaze. And it says to pour this on there when it comes out of the oven. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take, I can always spread this on here.
Is it supposed to be spread across or just drizzled across?
Well, you can pour it on and then spread it on there because it showed them doing both, pouring and spreading.
Well, I tasted it off that whisk.
Yeah.
You can spread it thin and it'll do just fine because that's some really decadently sweet stuff.
Well, yeah, it's all sugar and a little bit of milk, baby. That's it. I mean, come on now, y'all. When it's all sugar with just a teach milk.
If I ain't mistaken, there's a little bit of sugar and milk, ain't there?
Probably with all the processing that's done to it. Unless you get fresh raw milk and you don't have any sugar in it. Okay, y'all. Then it says once we get this part done, we gotta let it cool.
Yeah, let that frosting thicken up a little bit. Be a little bit hard.
Well, you want the brownie to be cool too, so it's not completely hot.
Well, yeah, how about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where when you cut into it, that icing ain't going everywhere.
Let's throw that away, Piggy. So what we'll do is we'll let this let this cool for probably the next hour. We'll say roughly the next hour.
So you might need to put it in the fridge.
Well, we probably will to let it cool down. I was going to let it cool a little bit on the table before it got too hot. I can put it in the refrigerator and let it cool down. And once it's good and cool, we'll be back. I'm going to taste test this one. So we'll see when we come back. Okay. It is nice and cold. I'm not making these very big pieces, y'all. I'll try to get at least 4 out of each line. So I'll probably get about 16 out of this 8x8. And I'll turn this like this right here.
Maybe if it's going to be the first, I'll probably have you give me 2 pieces. I'll probably regret doing that much, but oh well.
Oh yeah. I'll give Piggy a corner piece too. And that right there. So we'll put that right there. And we'll let Piggy get us a...
Get a picator, time for a picator.
Yep, time for a picator.
All right.
All right.
Y'all know what time it is now, did it, Fort?
Nah. You don't eat quote unquote brownies with a boy. This is a strawberry bar.
Oh, wow.
They're good.
That's good. It's very rich, but that's good.
I bet it'll be good with that orange cake mix I bought too, to do that with. I'm going to try these again later with an orange cake mix to see how they turn out. But these are actually pretty good.
Can't really taste no strawberry. Of course, that icing kind of overrides everything.
Mm-hmm. I can taste the strawberry.
Well, my palate is not that refined.
Don't expect it to be like a cake. I can tell you that. It does have the consistency of a brownie.
I like cross between cake and brownie.
Yeah. They're good, don't get me wrong. And I figure it like this. If you can do this with the strawberry cake mix, you can do it with the orange or the lemon cake mix.
But the lemon would be great.
Mm-hmm. I just thought I'd share this recipe with y'all. If you try it, please let me know if you liked it. And just want to say thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Work, Bible.